what you're thinking. Didn't you say you was never gonna do 75 hard again? I did, but hear me out. The reason why I made a whole video hitting on 75 hard is because although it has rules, you still make your own. You pick your own workout, you pick your own diet, you pick the book you read, and I went to the extreme. And part of my diet was that I couldn't have added sugar. So if tomato sauce had 2 grams of added sugar, I couldn't even have that. So you guessed it, I ended up being so frustrated. I did do it though, because I'm no quitter. But shortly after I completed it, I ended up going back to my old ways. And one thing that I did during 75 hard was documenting and journaling every single day. I've been reading some of those entries. You can see that by day 15, not even, by day like 10, 9, I was already fed up. But this time I'm doing it again, still with God, but with a different mindset. I just want to be healthy. The last time I completed 75 hard, I put it all in one video of day 1 Emma talking to day 75 Emma, but this time we're going to do things a little different. Today is March 22nd and it is indeed day 1. And in today's video, we're going to prep, assess where I'm at currently, and set up some goals. And in 75 days, if everything goes well, it should be June 5th, I will react to this exact video. But in the meantime, I'm going to be documenting all of it and posting every week what my wins are, my shortcomings, and my growth overall. And if you're thinking of doing 75 hard, get a notepad, get your iPad, something to write with, and just take some notes because we're going to cover a lot today. I strongly encourage you to do everything that I'm about to do on day 0 before you start the challenge because it can be a little overwhelming. But since I've done it before, I feel like I've got this. So let's get started. No one tells you this when doing 75 hard, but those little sticky notes are not going to last the 75 days unless you put some taste behind them. And that is very time consuming. But while I do that, let me tell you guys about my diet and the workouts that I plan on doing. So I've actually been doing an anti-inflammatory diet for the past 22 days now. I started on March 1st, mainly because I suffer from, I forgot what the term is.
Dysmenorrhea.
It's like a very long word, but I pretty much have a very, very painful periods for many reasons. And I have read and I have been told that one of the reasons that could cause that or make it worse is just inflammation. So I've decided to just be on that diet. But in an anti-inflammatory diet, you can pretty much not eat things that will cause you inflammation, and that is refined sugar, refined carbs, fried food, heavily processed food, you know, pretty much anything that's not coming straight from the earth. And I had seen a video of a girl saying that one of the ways to make it easier is to just eat single ingredients food, meaning instead of having an apple pie from McDonald's, just have an apple. That's one ingredient. And I thought that it would cause me frustration, but it's actually quite the opposite. But it's also because my mindset has changed. My body's a temple. I have shared on my channel, but I truly believe that and I am embracing it. And now the thought of putting McDonald's in my body, which is a temple, we're not doing that. Like, that's just not happening. But as I've shared on my channel, I struggle with food addiction, binge eating. I had an ED when I was younger, which although I don't act on it anymore, I still have the thoughts of it. So I'm always a little worried when I go on these diets or when I change my eating habits that it's gonna tempt me from going back to a place that I am trying my best to avoid. But I haven't even thought of going there. And that's mainly because one of the ways to stop obsessing over food is to never be hungry. So I'm having 2 big meals a day and then I'm having snacks throughout the day. And for 75 hard, to make it easier, I'm going to meal prep, which I haven't done. Actually, I'm not meal prepping. I don't really believe in meal prepping for myself. I know it works for some people, but me, do I have 75 of these? I don't think I do. I'm running out. We shall see. But what I'm trying to say is that I can't eat chicken, rice, and broccoli every day. Like, I've tried doing that, and the thing is, it don't taste good by Tuesday. And you tell me I have to eat that 4 more times? There's absolutely no way. What I do is ingredient preps, I guess you can call it. I made chicken. Ugh. This one's ugly. But I actually can't afford to redo it, so it's okay. We're not doing it for the aesthetic. But yes, I'm not meal prepping. I'm just cooking, for example, chicken. Then I can use that same chicken for chicken tacos on Monday, and then maybe chicken, rice, and broccoli on Tuesday, and then chicken pasta on Wednesday. That's a lie. I don't eat pasta. Inflammatory. But I'm just so proud of myself for finally breaking that stronghold of food addiction, which is something that I prayed for. And I also fasted at the end of last year, and that was one of the things that I fasted for and asked God to just break that stronghold. And I'm seeing it happening live. Like, I am walking into an answered prayer, and I'm just so happy to see how that, along with 75 hard, is just going to change me and how I'm growing. So yeah. The other thing is my workouts. I started calisthenics. Also, no one told me that when I was so excited about doing a pull-up in my last 75 hard video, that wasn't a pull-up, that's a chin-up. A chin-up is like this, a pull-up is like that. So I actually have never done a pull-up, which is crazy because I definitely made that my whole personality. I wouldn't stop talking about it, and no one told me. But this time, we'll be able to, God willing. I'm on day 40 and only have 3 stickers left. So we may have to pivot and figure something else. Another reason why you should do this on day 0, not on day 1. But it's okay. Like I said, we got this. Before we move on to goals, I do want to do a little assessment of where I am currently. So this is how much I currently weigh, and this is just for personal documentation. Like I said, we are healing and restoring my relationship with food, but also with my body. So I don't want to obsess over a number like I used to. So the first goal is to weigh under 155 pounds. So hop on the scale and let's see. I will not weigh myself during 75 hard. I'm gonna put the scale away and I'm just gonna focus on feeling good and just moving my body. Speaking of body, this is what my body currently looks like, a full 360 of my physique and my muscle definitions and all that stuff. When it comes to running, I haven't ran since I think September of 2025 and it's now March of 2026, but I usually don't run in the winter anyway because I'm not one of those. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Props to you if you do, but not me. I used to run a lot when I was a child. I did track, and I guess that just never goes away no matter how much I stop. So yeah, I would say that my running is okay, hasn't improved, probably got a little worse because I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, that's where we are. When it comes to my spiritual, last time I did 75 hard, I was not baptized, but I am proud to say that on July 26, 2026, yes, July 26, 2026, I got baptized and I am saved now. So spiritually, I just feel more and more connected to God. And I can't wait to see what comes out of the season that I'm currently in, but also the next season. But I would say that I'm in a good headspace with God right now spiritually. And I am just learning the word more and more and studying it. And I'm just also learning to hear God's voice because God says, my sheep knows my voice. And I'm definitely a sheep. I'm not a goat. I'm a sheep. Now for the fun part, we're going to write down all of my goals. Last time I did a 75 hard challenge tracker, which I'm not going to do anymore just because I don't think it helped me. Also on the right page, I wrote all of my diet rules and my gym rules and the books that I wanted to read and the devotionals and all that stuff. I'm not going to do all that. My diet is anti-inflammatory. My workouts are calisthenics and just moving my body. What we are going to write down though is our goals. My first goal is to be able to do 10 push-ups just like last time because since I gained weight and I stopped training and practicing push-ups, I currently can do 3 on a good day, maybe. The second goal is to be able to do 1 pull-up. Actually, okay, I'm not gonna give it a number, ideally 3. The next goal is to be able to do a, is it ambitious? Over ambitious if I say a handstand, knowing that that's me right now. Let's just do an L-sit. I've seen a lot of videos of people studying calisthenics and they say that the L-sit is like one of the first things that you should learn, or if you don't do an L-sit, an N-sit, which is just like when you have your legs bent. So we shall. Then I want to be able to run, call me crazy, half marathon. Yep, just because I can do it. A marathon is what, 13 miles? I think. So yeah, I ran 7.5, so it's just, about double. We can do that. My next goals are going to be personal goals because 75 hard is a discipline challenge. It's not a workout challenge. It's not a diet challenge like people like to call it. It's about doing things when you don't feel like doing them. And that's what God calls us to do. He calls us to be obedient even when it don't make sense and even when we don't want to do it. So my next 2 goals are going to be about content creation, which I want to start posting on Instagram, because I have let the fear of man stop me from doing so, but I'm gonna do it and I'm not gonna block anyone like people say to do. Like, no, because if I don't fear man, why would I block everyone? I don't care what people say. I mean, right now I do, but we're working towards that. And I don't want to put a set number. This is how much followers I have on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And we'll see what happens. I think that's it. That's only 6 goals, but I don't want to overwhelm myself, and I also want to be realistic with what I want to accomplish, can accomplish, and will accomplish. So this is it, guys. Next Sunday I'm going to be posting how I'm doing, how it's going, and every Sunday after that I will just keep you guys updated until we reach June 5th. In the meantime, today is day 1 for me, and I still have to read 10 pages, do my workout outside, do my workout inside, and finish drinking my water. So I'm gonna get to that. If you're starting this challenge, tell me what day you plan on starting, or if you started already, and let me know how it's going, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Bye, honeys. First outside workout. I'm just going on a walk, but of course it's raining.